Guys, welcome back to my tutorial for today. I'm so happy to be here for a fresh new tutorial. You can see this beautiful gown with a sequence design at the center front. That's what we'll be doing today. It's very easy and simple. Please ensure you watch till the end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Okay, keep watching. Thank you and God bless you. This is a 3 years and half. This is a 3.5 yard of fabric I'm using to cut the side above. So the ground length we'll be working with is 56 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance, making it a total of 58 inches. So I'll first of all measure 58 inches. I just measure 58 inches out of this. Or you can just fold the 3.5 yards of fabric together and measure out 58 inches into two for the front and the back. So I'm just folding it into two like this. So two equal parts. Okay, because this is a long gown, long free gown. I won't be cutting it together because the back will be having a zipper. So I'll just mark from here to get my 58 inches, which is here. So this is 58 inches. I'll just cut the rest of the fabric out. Then I'll cut the front before cutting the back. Okay, this is the first one, 58 inches. So I'll also mark 58 inches on the second, the rest of the fabric. Then I'll cut out the extra. So this is one piece for the front, 58 inches long. So I'll just fold it into two like this. So the free gown I'm cutting has this sequence design at the front part and also on the sleeve. So I'll be attaching this at the front part of the dress. But before then, that's the center front. Before then, my fabric is already on fold. As you can see, this is one part, 58 inches length. So I'll impute my measurement. So the shoulder I'm working with is 15 inches divided by 4 is 7.5. 7.5. Then I'll come down by 1 inch there for my shoulder slope. Then 3 inches on the neckline. Then the armhole I'm working with is 16 inches divided by 2 give me 8 inches. So this is the line. Then this is marked with 8 inches. So at the midpoint of this line, which is here, the center part, I'll go in by 1 inch. Then I'll derive the midpoint of my armhole, which is 4 inches. Then I'll connect to the 1 inch. I just decided to tell you how to do it without your armhole cuff. I have my armhole cuff here. I can just place it and draw the line. So this is it. So beneath it, I'll take my bust measurement. 35 inches divided by 4 will give me 8.75. 35, 8.75. Since this is the free gown, I'll be adding 3 inches extra to it. So I'll add 3 inches extra to it. 3 inches. So this is my bust line. So from my shoulder to my half length, which is my waistline, is 15 inches. 15 inches for the waistline. So this is my waistline. On my waistline, I'll impute my waist measurement, which is 30 inches divided by 4 will give me 7.5 plus 3 inches seam allowance. both sewing and seam allowance. It's a free gown, that's why I'm using 3 inches. I'll use 2 inches for sewing, then 1 inch for ease. Then from my shoulder to my hip is 24 inches. I also roll that line out. Hip I'm working with is 38 inches. Divided by 4 is 9.5. 9.5 plus same 3 inches seam allowance. So I'll just draw it in a rectangular way to meet the end of the dress since it's a free gown. So at the gown length, I'll take my hip measurement. That's the total hip measurement I have here, which is 12 inches. So I'll add 3 inches extra to it because it's going to be a free A-line gown. So for easy movement. So I'll mark 12 inches at the gown length. I'll add 3 inches extra to it. So I'll connect the lines together. From my waistline, I'm using my long ruler to connect to meet up with the gown length. So I'll also connect from my waistline like this, then from my waist to my bust measurement. So this is what I'm having. So I'll just cut this out now. Okay, for my neckline, I'll come down by 5 inches for the neck depth. Then for the neck width, I'll maintain 3 inches. So I'll just connect. So this is the neckline, front neckline. So I'll just cut it out. So before I cut it out, I would like to cut the back part first before cutting this out. So this is the back part of my dress. So I'll just place the front on it, leaving at about 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. So all what I'll be marking in this backpack is the neckline. So the neckline will be 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect like this. So I'll cut the back neckline first. Then I'll open the side area, the zipper allowance up. Then I'll just cut the side area exactly how I place it. You can see this is the front and this is the front and this is the back. So I'll just cut the front neckline now. Okay. So that's it about the front and the back side. Okay, I want to iron the center part of the front just to create a line where I'll fix my sequence. Okay, this is the midpoint of my dress. So I've cut 2.5 inches of this sequence and place at the center part of the dress. So I just mark 2.5 inches and cut it out. Okay, you can see this is it, 2.5 inches wide. So I'll just place this on those line I created already with my iron. Okay, I just decided to mark the midpoint of my dress. Okay, on each side of the midpoint I'll mark 1 inch. This will serve as a guide. This is where I'll start placing my, I'll mark 1 inch here, then I'll mark 1 inch here. So I'll just trace it down to the end of the line. 1 inch in order for it to be straight. So I'll do this front to the end of the dress. You can see I'm having 3 lines. So I'll start with one side like this. I'll place the piece and I'll sew it down. Then I'll flip it over and sew on the other line. So that is how it will be on it, 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay, I'll fix it on it. So now we create our slit. I'll make the slit. So I'll just come up by 15 inches from my gown length for the slit. Then I'll use the lining to turn the slit area. So I'll mark 15 inches here because I've not held the lower part of the dress. And the slit is not really deep. So 15 inches is fine. You can see I've opened up the slit. So you can just fold your inward. If you are not putting lining, just bend it inward and sew. But since I'm going to be using lining, I'll use lining to turn it over. So that's all about the slit. So I'll cut the lining for this exactly the way it is for both the front and the back and sew. Okay, I cut out my lining. This is the front part. I have not created the slit at the lower part. I just pinned it together. So this is my slit and this is my lining underneath it. So I'll just sew from this end like this, then I will tear it open. I will sew before tearing. After tearing, I'll push it upward like this because I'll be turning the down part with the lining. I'll just push it upward, sew both edges. Afterwards, I must have opened my slit, but I want to sew the opening first before slitting the lining as well. So that's just that about the down slit for the dress. You can see how it is now. I haven't slit it up, so I'll do just that and show you the outcome. Okay, you can see the back of my dress. This is the front part, the back. You can see the slits looking very neat. You can see, I would advise you to try yours. This is a very fine free gown. Yes, this is the front part. Okay, what I'll be doing next is to turn the back with the lining, then attach the back and the front together, right side facing each other, then attach my basic sleeve which I've cut out already. So just go ahead now and turn the lining with the back part of the dress, then show you guys the rest of the video. Okay, I've also torn the back part of my dress. These are the both side. You can see how it's looking. So I'll just place it on the front side. First of all, I will mark where my zipper allowance will stop. Then I will join the rest part of it to the end. So my zipper allowance will be like 18 inches long. The length of my zip will be 18 inches long from the neckline. So from this neckline now, I'll mark 18 inches. I'll mark 18 inches here. That will be the length of my zip. Then I'll close up this other side using 1 inch. I'll just use 1 inch to close it up down to the length of the dress. That's the hemming part of the down to this part of my dress. I'll mark the 1 inch there. So after doing that, I'll join the both shoulders together. I'll be joining my shoulder like this. Sorry, I'm just trying to like show you guys everything before going back to the sewing machine. Right side facing each other. Right side facing each other like this. Okay, you ensure it's equal. When you place it like this, place the neckline together, the back and the front like this. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing. Then I'll use this lining to turn the shoulder. Just use one of the lining, maybe the back lining. Then you flip it over like this. Flip it over like this to this other side. Okay, then you sew using 1/2 inch. You just sew on it using 1/2 inch. This is just to turn the shoulder over in case you don't know how to do it. You just sew using 1/2 inch. So I'll just do just that and show you the finishing part of my dress. Okay, after turning it, this is how it will look like. This is the wrong side of my shoulder and this is the right side, looking very neat. So you won't be having that joining. Okay, this is my basic sleeve. I will drop a link on how to cut a basic sleeve. It's just a basic sleeve. So I'll be using this sequence on the sleeve area as well. You have to cut 2 inches wide sequence, 2 pieces for each sleeve, which I've done already. This is 2 inches. So in placing this one, you have to fix it from the wrong side of your sleeve. Then you turn over, you sew from the wrong side from one end to the other. Then you flip it over to the right side like this, then you place it on it and match using 1/4 inches. So that is how it will be like. You sew from the wrong side to the right side, then you match on it. For my dress, this is how the neckline is looking. I've fixed my zipper. So what I'll do now is just to go ahead and fix those sequence on my sleeve, the edge of my sleeve, then attach it to the dress. Then I'll show you guys the finishing part of the dress. Keep watching and thank you for following to this point. So we'll just do that now. I'll show you the outcome of this beautiful dress.